morning from Luxembourg. It is our last day here, and we haven't given you a tour of our Airbnb. So I figured while Gianela is finishing getting ready, I would do that. So we are currently in the walkway, and let me turn you around. This is our Airbnb. So right off the entryway, we have a bathroom, very nice bathroom, good shower, plenty of mirror, cabinet, towel holders, very good bathroom. And as we come into the Airbnb, we have our coat rack with all of our coats and scarves. There is a TV here. We haven't watched it, but it is nice to have just in case. Our bed, it is, quite firm. It's like a Tempur-Pedic hard mattress, but it served its purpose. We have a little kitchen, which we haven't used.
I've used the coffee machine.
Oh, Gianela has made coffee both mornings. Trash can, we have a mini fridge, and that's about it. One thing we have learned from this Airbnb experience is that we will now be bringing earplugs to each of our Airbnbs because these walls are paper thin. So we could hear our neighbor's metronome going all night. But it's okay. It is 10:30 and we are starving, so we're gonna go find a bakery and get this day going. Yeah.
I know that we are about to be super lame, but we are about to head to Paul's. It is a chain bakery like a Starbucks here, that they have good pastries and everything is kind of closed, so we're just gonna go with what we know for right now. Also, the sun is out, which I don't remember the last time that we've seen sun, and it hasn't rained on us this weekend. I probably shouldn't have said that because it probably is now, but this is one of the very first weekends that it hasn't rained and we haven't had to take that big umbrella with us. So it's been really nice. The weather has been amazing, and I bought this new coat while I was in Orlando for work training last weekend, and it is a lifesaver. I read that most things were closed on Sundays, which is also why we're heading to Paul's, because I just don't want to think about it and we're starving. But maybe today will be really relaxing and quiet and there won't be that many people around, so that's always nice.
We have our breakfast. Both Gianela and I went for, they call these escargots because they look like snails. It's
like a cinnamon roll.
Like a cinnamon roll with raisins. And then I also got an apple, kind of an apple tart. And Gianela got an escargot and a chocolate croissant.
Typical, we're so basic, but it's fine. Now we are headed towards the north side of the city, back to the cathedral, and see what else we can find. Just like our experience in Geneva, this city is completely shut down on the weekend, and especially on Sundays. Trying to figure out how to get down to the very bottom level. It looks like we are on the third. This is the second. And then all the way down there are the cars, I think, is the first. My favorite shoes have broken. Let's see if I can show you. There's a whole piece missing from them, and I don't know when that happened, but I'm really sad because I bought these when we first moved to London, and I've really enjoyed wearing them, and they are my go-to weekend travel shoes now. So some of the things that I wanted to see today were the casemates, which I think were like old fortresses, old walls, and tunnels, but I think that it's closed since it's winter time. So I think we're just gonna do some walking, try to figure out how to get to the lower part of the city and see all like the old historic walls and fortresses. So the palace behind us is the Palace Grand Ducal, and right now we can't go in there to visit because I believe the Duke and his family are in residence in there. So you can come from when? July to August, and you can visit in there. The guards are outside. It's kind of like the changing of the guards in London. And there's a bunch of tour groups over there being told probably the history of this palace. But it was really cool. It's kind of, I think it had like some blue and gold adornments like on the outside, and it was really pretty.
Tube.
The tube! You think that'll get us back to London?
No, I don't think so.
I just love all the buildings here. They're so cool.
Somehow we always manage to end up at a church during Mass. So we walked through the door of that one and realized Mass was going on and decided it probably wasn't super appropriate to just barge in and start filming and taking pictures. So we'll come back to that later.
We haven't actually stopped anywhere. We're just walking the border of the city and then finding any stairs down that we can, and it's pretty cool with all these old walls and fortresses.
That way up there where all those people are, that's where we started probably 45 minutes ago, and then we had to zigzag our way all the way down here. There are no stairs.
We're still not down all the way. We're like halfway down, so. And we need to be back to our Airbnb in 2 hours to check out. Amazing me. It is so beautiful. I can't believe they've not restored. They've, what's the word I'm trying to think of?
Maintained.
Maintained these old fortresses and walls, and then built the city around it. And the sun is out, and it's only like 40 degrees, but since the sun is out, it feels way warmer. I took my scarf off. It was way too hot. But it's just so nice exploring down here. Very calm and tranquil. And now we're kind of in the gardens area. We are gonna take the tunnel under the bridge now and see where this leads us. I guess it's just an elevator that we are about to take back up. We are back again, trying to get into the Notre Dame Cathedral. Cross our fingers that it's open this time. If it's not, then I'm gonna give up and I'm done trying to get in there. But it's 12:30, so I'm hoping that Mass is done by now. And I see some people coming out, so. It's 12:30 and Mass is still going on, so we got to go down to the lower crypt, but sorry, I can't show you what the actual cathedral inside looks like. Definitely getting a free workout in this city, as there are so many stairs.
Luxembourg doesn't have as much to do as, let's say, Paris or Rome or London even, but Gianela and I both agree that this might be the most naturally pretty city there is. There's tons of gardens everywhere, and while those other cities I mentioned each have their own kind of big gardens, Hyde Park in London, Paris has the Luxembourg Gardens fittingly. Luxembourg as a city as a whole is filled with greenery, trees, shrubbery, leaves everywhere. I don't know if it's just this time of year or what, but it is very pretty naturally. You can just spend a few days walking through the gardens, just sitting on benches, watching streams go by. It's very relaxing.
And there's a massive bridge behind him that we are about to go under. This bridge behind him is the bridge that we've been walking back and forth in the Christmas market to our Airbnb at night. And now we figured out a way to get under here, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. We are on a bike and walking path. We have about 30 minutes till we need to head back to the Airbnb, so we're just gonna keep exploring. It is time to check out of our Airbnb. Our gracious host let us check out late at 2 p.m. Normally checkout is at 11, so we're gonna go finish packing, check out, and then figure out what else we're gonna do. The only thing that stinks is that we have to lug our backpack around. So we did a lot of walking this morning, so hopefully we got that out of the way, and maybe we can go to a museum or something and be able to store our luggage for a little bit, so yeah. Bye-bye Airbnb, it's been fun. We've enjoyed our time here. Time to go.
Luxembourg is known to be a tax haven and a secret finance place, which is why the banks can build buildings like the one in front of us.
We just stopped in for some lunch at a random little shop by the Christmas markets, and I got a Taylor got a pastrami sandwich. Let's see.
We just finished up our sandwiches and we are making our way to what Gianela has been calling the Red Bridge.
No, no. It's called like the, it's like PF something lift, and it takes us from the upper level of the city. It's an elevator that takes us down to the bottom of the city. But the Red Bridge he's talking about is just a landmark. I was like, we need to walk towards that Red Bridge because that's closest to it. But yeah, instead of walking down the whole thing, we can just take an elevator. So we're gonna try that now. Like I said, I do not know how to say this. Fanfenthal lift. There is the Red Bridge that he mentioned before, and then right now we're at the top layer, and right there is the lift. They'll take us down. Why are we always hiking? We're in the middle of nowhere, trying to get to some fort at the top of this hill. There better be a fort on the top, or I'm gonna kill somebody. I think we've made it to the top. I am sweating, and I almost got run over by a biker who was yelling at me. So it's fine. Everything's fine. Just a little out of breath.
Fort Obergrunwald. We have made it to the top of Fort Obergrunwald and we're gonna go explore it a little bit. This is what we can currently see, but I've taken a sneak peek and I know there's some more ruins around. And then after that, we're gonna head to Fort Thungen. Who knows if I said that correct? Thungen.
I'm trying to Google and find some interesting facts about this place, so I'm on it. Earlier we were on this side of that bridge. This in front of us is Fort Thungen. They have built a modern art museum into it. They try to probably preserve as much as they can, and we will see if this museum is free or not. I don't know where we are or what we're doing, but we have reached the end of the hallway. I'm confused. There's no one down here, but just exploring the old fort. We just got yelled at by somebody because we had our big bags in the museum, but nobody told us, so we quickly just exited, and then we went to the terrace on the second floor, and now we're up here. Taylor is returning the favor today and carrying both our bags. My shoulder is killing me. This is the only thing that stinks about having late flights on Sundays. We try to make the most of the whole day, but we have to carry our bags since we had to check out of our Airbnb already. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the museum we were in a second ago was the museum that's like actually part of the fort, and then behind the fort there's another like modern art museum that they have built to incorporate the fort, but it was €8 to get in, and you know I don't really like museums, and we didn't think it was worth it, so we are gonna head back to the other side of town. We're gonna cross the Red Bridge, and I think we're gonna get a treat and maybe a coffee at the chocolate house. This part of town is super modern looking, and that white building right there with all those vertical lines is the Opera House. Somehow ended back at the Christmas market from last night with the ice skaters, and we're gonna try to get some churros for dessert.
And for one final treat here in Luxembourg, we got some churros with Nutella. We're gonna eat these down and then probably just hang out for an hour or so until we have to head to the airport. We are both worn out from carrying our backpacks around all day and kind of ready to get to the airport. But we're gonna enjoy these churros first and then hang out.
We are trying to get into the cathedral for the 5th time. Made it in there after all this time. It was good. It was just like any other church. Now we are headed to the bus stop, and I think we are gonna head to the airport, and Taylor found us a possible airport lounge. So we're gonna go over there and see if we can get in.
Two, please.
Three.
Three?
It's free? Okay.
Oh, free.
We've made it through security. The bus ride was free here, and I think we found the lounge. We're gonna go see what free food and drink we can find. How you feeling? now we are headed to the gate.